2.6 million Americans defaulted on their student loans in the first quarter of 2026. That's 2.6 million people whose credit scores are now destroyed, whose wages can be garnished, and whose tax refunds can be seized by the government. And here's what nobody's talking about. With the changes that just took effect on July 1, 2026, including new repayment plans and the end of Save, millions more are at risk. If you have student loan debt, whether it's $10,000 or $100,000, what I'm about to show you could be the difference between escaping this crisis and becoming part of the statistic. By the end of this video, you'll know the real math behind defaults, the actual cost in dollars and cents, and the 5 strategies that can help you escape before it's too late. This isn't hype. These are real numbers, real consequences, and real solutions. So what exactly is happening with student loans right now? Roughly 1 million borrowers fell into default during the fourth quarter of 2025, and another 2.6 million borrowers did so in the first quarter of 2026. Approximately 7.7 million borrowers with education department-held loans are now in legal default. Let that number sink in. Total student loan debt in the United States is $1.833 trillion, with $1.693 trillion in federal loans held by 42.8 million borrowers. Student loan debt is now the second largest consumer debt category after mortgages. The average federal student loan balance per borrower is $39,633, but about 7% of borrowers owe more than $100,000. And for those with graduate degrees, debt can easily exceed $150,000. 3 major factors are driving this crisis. First, the payment pause ended. For over 3 years, more than 40 million people holding federal student loans didn't have to make payments. Then between October 2023 and October 2024, the Department of Education still did not report late payments during an on-ramp period. Think about it. 3 years is a long time. People adjusted budgets, got new apartments, had kids, all without that payment. And now it's back. Second, inflation crushed budgets. Between 2021 and 2026, prices for gas, groceries, and housing increased significantly while that student loan payment returned. Third, wage growth hasn't kept pace. Most Americans' raises haven't matched inflation, so they're making slightly more, but everything costs significantly more, and the loan payment is back. That's the perfect storm. On July 1, 2026, a new income-driven repayment plan called the Repayment Assistance Plan and the Tiered Standard Plan became available, while the Biden-era Save plan is officially ending. Loan servicers began notifying Save borrowers around July 1 that they must select a new repayment option within 90 days. If they do nothing, the servicer will automatically put them in the standard plan, which could mean significantly higher payments. What does this mean for you? The rules just changed. If you're not actively managing your loans with the current 2026 rules in mind, you're flying blind. If you graduated between 2018 and 2023, you're in the danger zone. If your loan payment is more than 10% of your take-home income. If you don't have an emergency fund of at least $1,000. If you're already behind on other bills. But default is not inevitable. Even if you check every box, you have options. You need to understand exactly what default costs. For federal student loans, it typically takes 270 days of missed payments to enter default. For private loans, it can be as little as 90 days. Number 1. Your entire loan balance becomes due immediately. Not just missed payments, everything. Number 2. Collection fees of 18% to 25% get added to your balance. On a $35,000 loan, that's $6,300 to $8,750 added instantly. You just increased your debt by over $6,000 by defaulting. The primary consequence of default is garnishment of wages, Social Security, and tax returns. When collections resume, borrowers face wage garnishment of up to 15% of disposable pay. Let me show you real numbers. You make $50,000 per year. After taxes, your take-home is about $3,167 per month. With 15% wage garnishment, $475 is taken directly from your paycheck every month before you see it. Compare that to what your payment would have been. On a $35,000 loan at 6.5% on a 10-year plan, your payment would be about $395. You're paying more by defaulting. $475 versus $395. That's an extra $80 per month, or $960 per year. And that $475 is mandatory. If you're in default and expecting a tax refund, the government will seize it and apply it to your loans. That $2,000, $3,000, even $5,000 refund. Gone, seized. On average, credit scores for defaulted borrowers dropped 91 points between 2020 for Q3 and 2025 Q4 from 567 to 476. What does that mean practically? You can't get approved for a mortgage. Car loans cost 12 to 18% interest instead of 5 to 6%. On a $25,000 car over 5 years, that's $7,700 extra. You can't get credit cards. Landlords may reject your apartment application. Adding it all up on a $35,000 loan, collection fees $6,300 to $8,750, extra wage garnishment $960 per year. Lost tax refunds $2,000 plus per year. Higher interest on future loans thousands over your lifetime. That's tens of thousands of dollars in additional costs. That's why every strategy I'm about to share is worth it. Strategy number 1. Income-driven repayment plans. These calculate your monthly payment based on your income and family size. The new repayment assistance plan is now available for most borrowers. Instead of paying based on your loan balance, you pay a percentage of your discretionary income. Real example, you're single making $40,000. The poverty guideline for one person is about $15,000. Discretionary income is $40,000 minus 225% of the poverty guideline $33,750. That equals $6,250. You pay 10% $625 per year, or about $52 per month. Compare that to the standard plan payment of $395 per month on $35,000 at 6.5%. $395 versus $52. That's the difference IDR can make. The new repayment assistance plan bases monthly payments on income and dependence. Unlike existing IDR plans, RAP ensures borrowers who make full, on-time payments are shielded from runaway interest and make regular progress toward reducing principal. Other options include a BR and ICR, though borrowers who move into ICR would have to switch again before July 1, 2028, when that plan is eliminated. The catches: first, interest still accrues on most plans except RAP's special provisions. Second, potential tax implications on forgiven amounts after 20 to 25 years. Third, you must recertify income annually or get kicked off the plan. Go to studentaid.gov/loan-simulator. It's the official government tool. Enter your loan info and income. It shows exactly what you'd pay under each plan. Apply through your servicer or studentaid.gov. Takes 10 to 15 minutes. You'll need tax returns or pay stubs and family size info. IDR makes sense when your payment exceeds 10% of take-home income. You're at risk of default. You work in public service for PSLF, or your income is low now but may increase later. If you're struggling, IDR could be the difference between staying current and defaulting. Strategy number 2, refinancing versus consolidation. These are two very different things. Choosing wrong could cost thousands or eliminate your safety net. Federal consolidation combines multiple federal loans into one new federal loan with one servicer, one rate that's a weighted average rounded up and one payment. Pros: simplicity with one payment. You keep all federal protections IDR, forbearance, forgiveness, and it can help you exit default. Cons: it doesn't lower your interest rate. Unpaid interest gets capitalized added to your balance. And it can reset your PSLF payment count if you're not careful. Refinancing means taking a new private loan to pay off federal loans, usually to get a lower rate. Real math: $50,000 at 6.5% federal equals $568 per month, $18,160 total interest. Refinance to 4.5% private equals $519 per month, $12,280 total interest. You save $5,880 over 10 years. The massive risk: you lose ALL federal protections. No IDR, no forbearance, no forgiveness, nothing. If you lose your job 6 months after refinancing, you're stuck. The private lender wants their payment, and if you can't pay, you default. Refinancing only makes sense if you have stable, secure income. A strong emergency fund 6+ months of expenses. Good credit for a significantly lower rate. You're not pursuing PSLF or federal forgiveness, and you've done the math. My guidance: if you're struggling or worried about job security, stick with federal loans. The protections are worth more than potential savings. Strategy number 3, the debt avalanche method. For people who can make payments and want to pay off loans fast while minimizing interest. How it works: list all loans by interest rate, highest to lowest. Make minimum payments on all. Put all extra money toward the highest rate loan. Once paid off, roll that payment to the next highest rate. Repeat. 3 loans totaling $40,000. Loan A, $15,000 at 7.5%, minimum $178. Loan B, $18,000 at 5.5%, minimum $195. Loan C, $7,000 at 4.2%, minimum $73. Total minimums, $446 per month. You have $600 available, so $154 extra, spreading evenly, debt-free in 7 years, 9 months. You pay $10,200 in interest. Debt avalanche: put all $154 extra toward loan A. It's gone in 3 years, 11 months. Roll that $332 into loan B. Keep rolling payments forward. Result: debt-free in 6 years, 6 months. Pay $8,650 in interest. You saved $1,550 and got out 15 months earlier just by directing money strategically. This works when you can afford minimum payments comfortably, have extra money, even $50 to $100 per month, and you're motivated by math. If you're struggling with minimums, go back to strategy 1 IDR. Strategy number 4, increase your income. This has unlimited potential. You can only cut expenses so much, but income has no ceiling. $40,000 loans at 6.5% equals $455 per month, $14,600 interest, 10-year payoff. Add $500 per month extra paid off in 4 years 2 months, $6,200 interest. You just saved $8,400 and got out 6 years earlier. Freelancing, writing, design, web development, data entry. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer. $15 to $100 per hour depending on skill. Even 10 hours per month at $25 per hour equals $250 extra. Tutoring, academic subjects, test prep, instruments. Platforms like tutor.com, Wyzant, Chegg, $20 to $50 per hour. 10 hours per month at $30 per hour equals $300 extra. Delivery and gig work, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, Uber, Lyft, $15 to $25 per hour after expenses. Work Friday and Saturday nights, 4 hours each at $20 per hour equals $640 per month. Virtual assistant work, admin tasks, emails, scheduling, customer service, $20 to $35 per hour. 15 hours per month at $25 per hour equals $375 extra. Negotiate a raise. When's the last time you asked? Even a $3,000 annual raise equals $250 per month. Every month, forever. You don't choose just one. Freelance $200 per month plus 1 Saturday delivery, $80 plus raise $150 equals $430 extra per month. On $40,000 loans, you cut repayment from 10 years to 4.5 years and save over $7,500. That's life-changing. Shift from I need to pay my loans to I need to destroy my loans as fast as possible, and income is my weapon. Hustle hard for 2 to 3 years, knock out loans, then relax. Those 2 to 3 years of sacrifice save you 6 to 7 years of debt and tens of thousands in interest. Strategy number 5, take action right now. Information without action is just entertainment. Here's your action plan. Today, within the next hour. Step 1, log into studentaid.gov. Verify exactly how much you owe, your interest rates, your servicer, and your next payment date. Step 2, check autopay. Starting July 1st, borrowers enrolled in autopay are eligible for a 1% interest rate reduction through June 30th, 2028. That's free money. Set it up this week. Step 3, run the loan simulator at studentaid.gov/loan-simulator. See what you'd pay under each plan. Step 4, calculate your debt avalanche plan. List loans by rate. Use the nberry.me calculator to visualize your payoff timeline. Step 5, Review your last 3 months of spending. Find $50, $100, $200 you can redirect to loans. It's there. This month. Step 6 is struggling. Apply for RAP or another IDR plan now. Don't wait for default. Takes 15 minutes. Step 7. If considering refinancing, get quotes from at least 3 lenders. Compare rates and terms. Don't commit yet, just gather info. Step 8. Start one income generating activity. Pick something from strategy for and begin. Even $100 the first month is $100 toward debt. Step 9. Set up a separate loan destruction fund savings account. Every time you make extra money, it goes here. When it hits $500 to $1,000, make an extra payment on your highest interest loan. Step 10. Tell someone your plan. Accountability matters. Say, I'm using the debt avalanche method and I'll have my loans paid off by this date. 2.6 million Americans are now in default. Their credit is destroyed. Their wages are being garnished. They've lost control of their financial lives. But that doesn't have to be you. The student loan crisis is real. But with the right information and action, you can escape it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.